spoiled us with just some literally almost perfect counter.
Yeah.
And seemingly having something against the Brazilian rosters and some incredible home support. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. But here is Vertigo, and we're going to be getting underway with this one. Can't wait. Nice little change up from the last two nukes. Let's get started into the pistol round. And it will be outsiders starting on the CT side. Sprout on T. In the old days, I would say that Vertigo was most certainly a bit of a T-studded map.
Yeah.
But these days, not anymore. Utility for Sprout. Molotov smoke on raalz. Smoke flash nade on Spiddy. And they're already going up toward A.
LauNX bet odds not really with them, so the chat might be, we might be, some of the desk might be, but there comes the first head. Flint quickly falls after. It's looking good for the USPs, though, isn't it? Stair with a quick double into the 2-on-2. This is the Vertigo pistol, folks. Very crazy, very hard to keep up with, but Norbert finds the space above the smoke. A huge 4K coming in from him.
Yeah, beautiful stuff from Norbert there. That was very impressive. Amidst all the madness, I think you could see raalz there. He was in the middle of communicating with his teammate, and it's like he was like, "I've 2v2 guys. I've still got a molly and a nade.
Yeah.
We can do something with this." But in the end, caught out by that smoke and peeking over the top of it as well. Jame is also seemingly a UMP enjoyer. We had a conversation about that earlier.
We got to get into the minds of these players. So why now? Why the UMP? Why not the MP9?
Exactly.
Right? It's only $50 difference, and I mean, I feel like the speed and the run and gun aspect of the MP9 way higher. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? That running accuracy, that jumping accuracy, really benefits you in rounds like this.
Yeah, you know when you go for those big sprays and you think, no bullets are connecting. What's going on? Am I shooting blanks? I feel like that happens with the UMP more than any of the gun,
absolutely.
for me at least anyway. But that's because I am not a professional player.
True.
And yeah, lauNX with the solitary AK in this one, of course. He's been dropped that by Stair by the looks of things, because he's the one without the Kevlar. He'll already be stopped by Jame. raalz coming in as well to give this one a little bit of a look. Maybe pick up the deagle instead. That will make noise, of course, though. And then try and work their way up the A ramp. The most common strategy on Vertigo. Get some control and go for an execute late on. But Kicker will jump spurt that and get the information. And I think Sprout definitely know they've been telegraphed here. lauNX stuck in the corner, needs a couple here. He's got that hero AK.
Looking rough, isn't it? Norbert going to find another. There will be a weird creep in. Jame able to find it, and another. UMP, mate. OP. What can you say? Spiddy will take him down onto the AK, looking for more. Not going to happen. So the hero AK play does not work. Sprout will be down by 2 now. Outsiders, it's not flying, but they've got the solid ground to build upon.
Yeah, that was an unlucky one, really, I would say, for lauNX in that situation, because he was trained on that smoke and trained on the yellow top position for such a long period of time at the bottom of ramp there. But as he got flanked and wanted to probably swing and help his teammate, and that's when he looks away. Couldn't get either. Norbert, 5-0 start for him immediately. Jame with 3 kills with the UMP on the previous, already building up some excellent future AWP. Cash is on the MP9 for this one as well, knowing that Sprout are full eco here. All they're going to do, I would imagine, is try and waste down this CT utility, but that's a meaty nade. Goodness me.
We like a meaty nade. They are often disappointing. Jame, will he disappoint on the MP9? Edge it in. Good for 3. Kicker to clean up the pieces on the A1S. So that MP9 making money, paying for itself. And now we move into the first rifle. Pretty sharpish. Outsiders going through the motions. Cool, calm, collected so far. AWP out for slacks. And the buy looks pretty damn good. So Sprout, let's get some rounds on the board.
Yeah, and I mean, the reason we've sort of, and chat to be fair, sort of given a bit of an edge to Sprout is that outsiders don't really love this map. I mean, the one main result they have on it is against G2 at the major. Before that, they'd lost 16-6 to ENCE. They'd lost 19-17 to Sprout themselves as well, and that was back in Pro League. So Sprout have quite literally previous on this map of beating them, and that was a close affair. I'd love a close affair again. It would certainly be very enjoyable. Whereas Sprout, of course, has been very on and off on this map, but some great wins on it. Mouse, Heat, and Entropic, like I mentioned. They beat Sinners on it in Challenger League. They haven't been as recently successful, though. Of course, those surprising losses to FTW in Conference. A fairy tale story of that roster making their way through. Can it be a fairy tale round? Fame somehow gets away with that on 3 health. Surely he's not long for this world now.
Pretty nadeable spot. Well, I'll be buying a lottery ticket tonight.
Bish, bash, bosh.
Yes, 5 on 4, straight out the gate. raalz finding another. B looking very vulnerable indeed. Flit flashed off, and the cross has come in, right? He was the last line of defense for this B bomb site. Now it becomes a case of retaking. If they even want to go for it, Kicker has managed to open up before the bomb goes down. Molly and a nade to leave lauNX worse for wear. Smoke's all over the bomb site here. There is a kit available and 1 flash. That's it. Kicker goes down, however. And the AWP in a 4-on-2, really not ideal. Flit will fight his way out, but the round's going to go the way of Sprout.
Guess what? Jame is saving the AWP.
Well, look, man, I know he gets a lot of stick for it, but here I feel like it makes sense.
Of course it's justified. Of course, I'm pandering to the meme.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
Yeah, all good, all good.
Just don't say those 2 words and we'll be all good.
That's why I kept away from it.
Yes.
I did that just for you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Let's save it, you know what I mean? You'll pardon the pun, but further into the tournament, maybe we'll whack out
those
the
2
accursed
words.
term.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's another player now joined the Outsiders team that also has a bit of a rhyme to it. Now it's Jame and Fame. They're both
very true.
Both together, and yeah, I think both of us actually, to be fair, have covered a lot of Fame and Norbert on their old teams. Of course, Norbert was previously on that Simon roster. I think made the major. Was that Berlin? I believe it was, right?
Yeah, they were definitely. I'm not sure whether it was Berlin, but they were definitely a team that had one of those Cinderella major runs, right? And everyone was like, wow, look at this team, let's see what they can do.
Another one of those CIS teams that just pops out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like Vega Squadron back in the day. I miss those days. But yeah, that was some great results for him in the past, and progressively just got upgraded. K23 had some pretty good results on that team. I believe they won I think they won a Fun Spark event in Tier 2 online CS, so that was pretty good for them. I do remember that. Or K23. K23, of course, have to move on and pick up 2 new players of their own. It's Fame and Norbert move on. Fame was always touted as a huge talent in Russia. If I'm not mistaken, there was a little period of time where I think he had the highest elo on Faceit, I think, from memory. Maybe I'm mistaking that, but that shows how much he grinds. And Jame grinds away at the first, takes down his counterpart sniper, Slacks, and that's a really good find.
Norbert chiming in with raalz. Mid presence looks good, and he gets out of dodge just before the trade attempt from Spiddy. So 5 on 3. Outsiders can answer back instantly, deny the bomb plant as well. You know, it'd be a really good spot to put themselves in. Not a lot of cash available for Sprout. Often harsh mistress of Counter-Strike. We love the economy, it makes it unique, but sometimes when you play in the game, I'm sure you'd wish it'd just leave you alone. Kicker, nice little off angle here. Stair will be spotted and spammed down. Love that. Spots the barrel way before the player.
There's also a couple of instances with the yellow tarp at the moment where, like, if a T, Jame in the smoke on the edge of it, on the sandbags, gets a free no-scope. But yeah, there's a couple of occasions, or it can happen just in general, if a T is walking up past that angle, where the backpack can also, you know, just slightly poke through the tarp. Valve,
it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Please fix.
Those crack angles as well. They're like very thin in between one sheet and the next. It's a very unique material, I guess.
Yeah,
for a
sure. That round was a bit of an unfortunate one for Sprout because they had such great success in going toward B as a group together in that previous round, and then they sort of just seemed to die one by one in that next one, in the sort of one by one aggression toward A ramp and mid as well. Very split. Makes you wonder what the sort of ultimate plan was for that. I'd imagine it's sort of a lurk toward mid and then finishing A, but that's the sort of thing you can get caught off by.
They're relying a lot on the individuals at the moment, and this is something that we touched on where I don't know that their individuals can really match up. Obviously, we talked about the likes of lauNX, the likes of Slacks in their respective roles really needing to work. Alan laid down the law, didn't he? raalz, the better in-game leader. So that's certainly an aspect for them. But yeah, at the moment, they are fighting one-on-one. And I don't know that that's necessarily the move. Outsiders looking pretty warm, winning those key fights. So Sprout might have to change up their thinking somewhat here. Flit. Isn't this the perfect spot? raalz is watching it, so they're somewhat savvy, but they don't really have the utility to deal with it. Flashes come in. It's a bit dodgy from Flit, but he will manage the triple. Gonna get more with the USP, and lauNX, well, he was a bit too far away for the ace. All the same, Flit holds the line from sandbags.
Yeah, that was beautiful as well, because he knows that the economy is low in that scenario, and what he does in that situation is he plays sandbags knowing they're not going to have a Molotov.
Yeah. Because
it's very unlikely on a buy like that to have a Molotov, so you can play there pretty safely, especially when you've got flash support from a teammate. So, yeah, good stuff. I'm thinking maybe at this stage, of course, there's a very long way to go. You saw Sprout's ridiculous win over Furia earlier. Furia have been known, though, to drop some silly maps. We saw them lose a couple at the major in that best of one Swiss stage as well. They looked a bit rough around the edges, and lately they have as well. And I feel like maybe Sprout were made to look better by Furia's performance. Of course, in recent times, LAN has not been a good home for Sprout, struggling in conference like was mentioned on the desk, but at least in this round, it will beat raalz to go down first. But that's a really good trade. I was about to say, like, they need a response quickly, and lauNX has got it toward B, and he looks like he might be able to try and make a play with this smoke now. Never mind.
No, sir.
I'm sorry.
He won't. Unfortunate. I mean, the idea was there, right? And the damage that he could have done, the distraction he could have run. But look, man, outsiders certainly will have put their work into this one, at least on, you know, the simple sort of level. lauNX loves a good play out towards B. So I think they were somewhat savvy to the fact that he's not really going to have too much support behind him, at least initially. So deal with the problem now, and it should be good, and that's exactly how it gets played out. So really solid stuff from outsiders so far. 35 seconds left into the round. Slow but sure, this Sprout threesome will make their way up towards the site. Still have the smokes available to try and get this bomb down. No harm in letting them do that as well. So outsiders probably alongside the kits that they have. Nadage to do some damage onto the planter here in just a second as well, if they so choose. Flax above the smoke. We'll find Flip before that bomb goes down, though. That is a very important frag. There's a flank coming in. I think it's been spotted here, so looking pretty damn good, you have to say. Fight is ensuing, trapped in the corner. Spiddy has to find that kill, and he will. 3 versus 2. Kits, no use if you're not alive. Kicker will take down Stare. Low HP player. He gets traded quickly, and Jame on the AWP. Not a hope in hell. He will get the hell out of there, and Sprout up for 2.
That was a really well played. Actually, James sticking around to try and do some damage here, which is not something I dislike at all. What's he doing? He's got a lot of money.
They have money.
Yeah, they have money, so I guess he was looking for something. He knows he won't die to the bomb here, so yeah, that makes sense. Just try and take down everyone. Taking down the AWP, of course, on the T side would be very valuable. So it did that as a play that made sense. Just so unusual to see him actually going toward a site where the bomb's about to explode. Sorry about that, but I'm sure you can appreciate it.
Turned over a new leaf.
Perhaps. But yeah, one of the things that Alan mentioned on the desk, of course, as well, is that lauNX, he's probably the B anchor, I think, on CT side, and also he's the B defaulter on T side as well, which is what we see from him so much. Did well to get that 1 kill. And then playing in the smoke was a little bit too much to handle. And then that smart play, which basically, in my view, won Sprout that round in the end, was figuring out that flank very early. Then the spray came in from the player toward the edge of gap. Then Spiddy crept up and stopped him in the corner. That was a little bit of a fake to keep him focused on the gap angle while Spiddy crept up and easily got that frag. So that was well played. And now we'll keep Sprout in their T side for sure. They need to get a handle hold in this one and stay in touch. Can't let a team like outsiders build up a run.
Very true. Extended time out there, so somewhat of a mental reset, of course. On the LAN, slightly different from when you and I are online. It is very strict, no talky. So, just in your own head, keeping your cool, keeping in the zone. Minute and 30 left on the clock. Kicker going to open up. Stare. See you later. 5-on-4 straight out the gate. Once again, outsiders looking to answer back instantly. Fame this spot. Make or break, to be honest. He's covered out by James, so I think it's going to be make First kill comes in on the B hit. There's the flash from Jame, and they get themselves another. Beautiful.
That was just a very, very clean protocol there. Really well played, Jame. The AWP at the back of the site. When he's not mollied off, he can swing. Even when he is, he can flash for a teammate, and he gets the jump up right on the edge of the plywood. And now it's a very tough recovery. But he has headshot one in return, and that's a big miss from Jame. Actually, you know, it was mentioned earlier during the 0-0 Nation match that Jame's been missing some uncharacteristic shots so far today. He's having a good game to start, but that's another weird one from him. 40 seconds to go. Slacks and Spiddy still alive. But surely this is a little bit too far. There are now 3 players. One in front of Jen, one behind Jen, and one near the window. Trying to fake it out, and he does really well to at least fake out the information and glean that. But in the end, Jame finds it towards Spiddy, and that's 6-2. They hit back immediately.
Brilliant signs for Outsiders. Everything pointing north right now, looking very, very good indeed. You know, shutting them down before they can even get going. As we touched on, CT-sidedness, it is the name of the game at the moment, but Sprout are going to have to pick up some rounds on the T side. That is the way that it works. So they have to, I would say, string 2 or 3 together with their next rifle. Otherwise, Outsiders could set themselves up for a really solid first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Last time these two teams actually played, it was also on Vertigo in Pro League, Season 15. That was when Outsiders still had Buster and Yakinda on the ranks. And that was actually when Sprout still had Marix on the team as well.
Oh, yeah.
The young Luxembourgian. I think he's now moved over to OG Academy, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, he was a pretty good player, but in the end, shipped away for this roster. And I have to say, it probably wasn't a terrible decision. Executing toward B with just the pistols coming in here. Easy farm, you'd imagine, for Outsiders. Fame gets 2, make that 3, make that 4. Just about. Blitz stealing the ace, and that's 2 aces now that have been nabbed, but no problem.
Yeah, very true. It's all good, though. You know, we're here to win, right? That's what Outsiders are saying. Maybe have a little conversation in the hotel afterwards. Listen, man, when I'm up for the ace, we're on stage, we're on LAN. I'd like 1 or 2. You know, you get all the glory. I'd like an ace. Even if it's just an eco ace. It's nice to have, you know, under your belt. It's nice to have an ace or 2. So we'll see. Maybe they'll talk about it. But right now it doesn't really matter, right, Trav? That's the point. So, run boost.
He's done it again.
Yeah, baby. Oh,
not this time.
Not to the same kind of success.
No, that's...
Listen, guys, you remember last week? We made this play. Let's do it again. Well, I don't think lauNX will be getting run boosted for a little while.
It kind of shows that lightning does not strike twice on that one. That was a highly shared clip. I think it got around like 4,000 likes, I think, and like 50k views at least. You got that 3k spray transfer. It was all over the highlight channels with that run
Pretty
boost.
naughty.
It was very naughty.
Even a 2-man spray transfer is quite the challenge.
3.
And then to go that far off, you know, to the 3rd. Oh, it's beautiful. If you've not seen it, go look it up. Spiddy will take down 1 mid player, but not quite both. Fame survives on 6 HP.
Only just, yeah. Fame had a bit of actually a semi-slow start to this one. He hadn't really seen many people, but that 4k on the anti-eco was already put up to 7-2. So everyone on Outsiders is fragging pretty well. Stair making his way up toward Gap, playing that headshot line, which is very hard to find through a CT, and that's a really big headshot from raalz. He's one of the players that hasn't really got the greatest of numbers because he does, of course, IGL for this roster. And whenever he gets killed, it's always a promising sign. Jump throw smoke coming in for the cross on the left-hand side, but Fame's going on the big flank. Completely untelegraphed. Really important frag back from Stair, but look how low he is. He's going to be the one now tasked with the player on the flank. So actually it's 6 HP versus 9 on that flank. With raalz looking to find Jame elsewhere. 15 seconds to go. They might have to focus on the plant coming in soon. Can Stair get away? Well, he can. But unfortunately, Jame has stopped raalz in the process. Bomb had been planted, but Stair's going to be flanked in a matter of seconds. And there's Fame with another 3k. Just like that, he's almost leading in the server if you exclude Jame. Unreal stuff.
Going through the motions, Outsiders, it looks smooth. And if Sprout were to take this, that is not how we want things to look. Look at the money, man. Look at the... It's such a easy indicator. I don't really have to go into it, right? If you're a fan of Counter-Strike, you know how it works. And
yep.
CT side, players over 10k, it is a really good sign for that CT end, right? Usually we're looking at... We've got 1 buy banked up. sometimes in some games, even if you are a little dominant, you have no buys banked up. So, yeah, it's difficult, very difficult to say the least here for Sprout, because outsiders are just dominating. lauNX splashed in, looking to get aggressive. He gets the damage, but no frag.
Yeah, Alan mentioned it, right? And we said it already that lauNX is the B controller of the stairs. Alan has played probably against Sprout as coach of Endpoint enough to know all the positions of all these players. Kicker, brilliant trigger discipline, does get one from that position, and the damage onto stair is critical as well. We're looking at possibly another one-sided game coming in here. 8-2 already, and now 3 frags away from making it 9. lauNX gonna be joined up by his teammate, Spiddy, toward the B stairs, but they have to find Fame to get anywhere near the site. Jame has got a quick rotation from mid, so it's all on Fame on this one.
It's a hard spot to clear.
Check it, boys.
Oh, yep. Free
There
kill.
we go.
And look how deep Spiddy is into the site. Smoke for good measure. Lurking presence over on A. This looks good, doesn't it? Around the smoke, Spiddy's able to find one. Molotov going to go down on bridge, forces them apart.
Well played.
And now Jame, I doubt he even survives here. Let's see.
Big flank for May.
Easy. Lovely stuff. So there you are, Sprout. That's a very well-played round, to be quite honest with you. A battle back from a 4-on-3. Find themselves a third. This time, we need 2 or 3.
We do.
Right? If they get shut down again, and outsiders win 2 or 3 on the trot themselves, we're looking down the barrel of an 11-4, 12-3 half.
Indeed, yeah. That was a really well-played round, though. You could see Spiddy's mind process there in that position. Like, he thinks to himself, okay, I've got myself past generator already. I have a line above the smoke. Before I throw the Molotov and reveal my position, let's try and get 1 kill, because I think this has not been telegraphed by the opposition. So he manages it, then chucks the Molotov down and confirms a second immediately. Jame flanked from the A site with the Slacks lurk. And it looks like for Sprout's sake, as you so rightly say, Scriv, they need to build up a couple now, because so often today, in our 3 games we've casted, we've seen dominating CT sides, and the trend is actually continuing at the moment.
It is indeed. Sprout with a timeout, though, looking to rewrite that narrative, good sir. They have the stairs control outside of B. He does minimal damage, so for the first time in a little while, we've not seen a quick fight come in and a player lose, you know, control of an area.
Ah.
And there you are, though. Spiddy around that smoke. I think he knew what was up, finds Jame, and maybe... Ooh, gonna get another. Those bullets are a little close.
It's the most aggressive I've seen Jame go in the last 2 years. Unbelievable. Of course, I'm being mean. Don't take that literally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an interesting play, actually, because that is very possible. That line on the edge of the smoke is quite favourable to a CT side sometimes. And just like that, Sprout, they just kind of go a little bit dry toward the bottom of A ramp there to try and get the control, expecting they can possibly execute 5v4, but they've lost 2 players in getting that control. So it's not looking too hot at the moment.
Slacks leading the Vanguard with the AWP. There's a player towards headshots. Spots him out, but no, I'm not peeking into that. Info in for the CT side. Slack still looking to move around and find a way in.
This is a tough one. If Slacks has an afterplant to work with, Sandbags is the perfect spot. If you want an AWP on Vertigo, Sandbags is your favoured position, but look at Kicker toward Gap. You'd imagine he's got a frag to look at here. Stare there. Oh, he swings wider than he's expecting and gets the headshot. Unfortunately, raalz was taken down in the meantime, so it's still a 2v3, and Flit is the insurance policy on this play. Big headshot from Stare, but there's Flit coming in, and now Norbert does get taken. He was low. That's a very aggressive play to make with the AWP 2v1. Time's very low, expecting Flit to finish it off. Bomb goes down. Stare tries to hit the shot, but Flit just recovers it. How tight was that?
Gorgeous shot from Flit coming in. Will indeed save the day. It certainly was close, though. And I mean, Sprout again going to be kicking themselves. Cannot string them together. 9th round coming in, and outsiders. It's a challenge in this one, but they are keeping the lead. And yeah, I mean, look, man, if you're finding sporadic rounds, it really is tough. Outsiders still set for a very nice first half. Already up to 9. We see them getting to 11 at this point, I think. But yeah, like you say, Sprout absolutely need to hit that bare minimum of 5.
Yeah, I really feel like 5 is the one, because I've seen so many CT sides get out of control today. I want to see a real good recovery to make a competitive second half, and maybe even win the pistol too. That would be nice. As I mentioned about the last time these two teams played on Vertigo, even with the old rosters, right, Jame carried that day. It was a 34-16 performance from him. Stair went 31-20, was very close. It was a 19-17 in Sprout's favour. That Jame hard carry was not enough. Mikinda even actually bottom fragging on that day, which was a surprising one for sure, knowing the quality that everyone in the CS scene knows that he possesses. But that is the past. The present is now. And Sprout needs some rounds. Now it's getting boosted up toward the plywood. Very nice play to make, to look for an opening. But when you get spammed, it's certainly not long for the world.
They'll make it in. They're going to flash him through. It looks like it. Fame hidden away, though. Caught in transition in just a second. However, he wins the fight. Kicker going to go down. So at the very least, it is even. 4-on-4 straight out of the gate. Jame holding with the AWP. This could be huge. Absolutely. 10th round for Outsiders hangs in the balance. Flashes, smokes, blocking him away. And he will have to give up the ramp.
Yeah, lauNX, this is a sort of situation where if you're lauNX, he'll be silently to himself kicking himself, because he knows that he had just a dry duel there, and if he wins it, he gives his team a 5v3 rather than now a 4v4 to play out. So that's such a huge difference that can be made by just a solitary play. And the fact that he couldn't deliver it, he'll be not happy with his own high standards for sure. raalz, Slacks, Spiddy and Stair. The triple S is still alive, and they're going to try and execute toward B.
In we go. Fame needs to find one from here, and he can't. Norbert in with the rotation. Quickly able to dispatch 3.
Wow.
Slack's the only one left. And there ain't no time to get that bomb down. He is out of there trying to hold on to that AWP. Even that will not be possible. Norbert takes him down. Big 4K. And I believe, after time, $150. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Not good. That means that with the final 2 rounds of the half coming in, he's probably not going to have much to play with. He certainly probably won't be getting the AWP anymore at the end of this half. There's the frag from Norbert, the one that seals it. That's always a nightmare situation. If he'd hit that flick, he would have survived. The miss costs him all of his money. Can't buy much with $150 in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Kicker rolling toward the buck on the ramp. I think that actually connected.
Yeah.
With Stair. Here's the collision and sprays the edge. Jame with the control toward gap. Takes another. But he tries to get a line on the top of the smoke in mid, but Flitz already telegraphed that one. Look at that grenade. 51 damage. Dirty.
They are in the zone, man. lauNX going to win the fight on towards Kicker here, so 4-on-3, but look at the HP bars. It's really, really rough. I'm not going to add them together. Sometimes I do risk the maths on broadcast, but I think that would be a bridge too far for me today.
If it's an easy one, I tend to do it.
Yeah. lauNX with another, though. 3 versus 3. Jame ditching the AWP, trying to get himself an automatic rifle here. They have to have the info in that, you know, a couple players are low. The old 1 HP call.
Yeah.
And James' spot. Perfect, right? Not being watched for. He's not going to get aggressive on it, though. Or is he? He's thinking about it.
Doesn't want to get taken down by that tight headshot angle, right? Because if the T's can play a headshot angle when they're low, they'll certainly take advantage of it. raalz should walk into the crosshair here, and there we go. 2 frags come in. It's all down to the young Romanian. From that Nexus roster, of course. A lot of talent has come through over the years. Thinking of Zello, of course, he went to Ecstatic. Very talented AWPer. But unfortunately can't do anything on this occasion. 11-3. Best they can hope for was the 11-4. And with what they have to work with in this upcoming round, thankfully the loss bonus is good enough to get Slacks a gun. After that death after time in that previous round, he gets an AK and only Kevlar and a flash, so he's susceptible to Kicker and Flitz M4s as a one-hit headshot. A bit more aggressive this time toward B stairs, though.
Fame going to find the opener.
Unlucky.
They are on it. He's 13-5. Norbert 13-6. Jame 18-5. This is looking absolutely brilliant for Outsiders, isn't it? 5-on-4. And what do you do now? Sprout just so stuck for ideas. However,
Okay.
Here's one for you. Click head.
That's a way back in. Spiddy says to himself, go kill. And that Molotov's going to burn Fame out of the round. So, through one deagle and a bit of fire. They've burnt their way back into a 4v3. Jame has the line on the edge of the sandbag, same position as before, and he's going to do the same thing and fall away and actually play a higher angle this time on the edge of the building. Boost coming in behind the boxes, head spotted. Ooh, almost getting away with that one. But now he'll hear the run up, and he'll have to escape behind the crane.
Uh-oh. This angle is deadly. Shoulder peak is solid, though. He's going to keep dropping back. He knows his angles. Oh. Nearly gets the second shot off. Not going to happen, however. So now just split in the final round. Nade's a bit late. Molly is also a bit late, but might push a player into an awkward spot. He can't really capitalize. There's a smoke that goes straight down on top of it as well. This looks pretty unwinnable, to be honest with you, folks. He has to get past an AWP, and then a very quick trading player who is messing him about. He will indeed find it. Going to go straight onto the bomb. 1 HP, Spiddy. However, will take the safe play, making sure not to mess it up. 11-4. You know what they say?
Don't say it.
Deceiving scoreline in Counter-Strike. I won't say the 2 words associated with that one. All the same, it is very doable here, folks. You don't want to miss the second half of this. See you in a few. Here we go with half two, folks. Outsiders, they are steamrolling ahead. Just the odd round picked up by Sprout. The 4, looks okay, could be worse, but it's 1 then one, then one. They're not able to get them together. Consistency has escaped them in that first half, and Outsiders playing a pretty immaculate CT side, you have to say.
Yeah, but as I said in the early portion of the first half, right, in the old days, I would say this map was a little bit T-sided. These days, CT-sided. So let's see if they can prove me right on this one. Spiddy will spot information and manage to leap away, actually. And raalz actually is already trying to make a play on the quick flank. And in fact, there are a number of players going for that. raalz isn't alone in that strategy. 3 on the big flank. That should catch up Outsiders off guard here. One coming in immediately. Slack's taking Norbert. raalz did take the bullet for his teammate. He seems to have done that a lot this game so far. It's only two kills in this one for him. Jame does spot a couple more on the flank. So 4v4 after plant. Can they get themselves in? I don't think there's a kit picked up, and that's going to be a problem. Flit takes one, traded by Spiddy, but now time is becoming a problem. Jame holding toward gap. Spiddy tapping those smokes. That smoke up toward connector is so big, and Flit's just hiding inside of it, making himself a nuisance, and he just crosses right in front of Spiddy. That must have been a bit of a jump scare. And now Stair, 1v3. Nothing he can do. And saving the Kevlar might not even be possible.
He's trying. He's trying. He's going to be chased down by these Glocks, though. Oh, they both died to the bomb. Isn't that hilarious as they ragdoll over? They won't be too bothered, though. They get that round on the board, and now they have themselves a good chance of moving up to a 14-4.
Yeah, it's wild.
It is very, very scary indeed. Sprout, we were hoping for a good fight, man, but unfortunately, not so much so far. There's still time. Beauty of the game, it's not over till it's over. So, we'll see. We will see. We've got a FAMAS into the round. Spiddy sacrificing to allow that to happen. So let's see. Slacks flashed off. Loves himself a good scout. These German scouters, man, they are pretty nasty. So keep your eye on it. And of course, like I say, that FAMAS could do some real damage.
Yeah, FAMAS is obviously not a favourite of many. Pretty poor weapon in the eyes of the community, and I would tend to agree with that.
Yep.
I would honestly choose an MP9 over a FAMAS every day of the week, but if you have a flash to support, it can work out. Excellent start. raalz might not have many kills, but that flash basically got his team a frag. Stair will get punished in the end, though, from James. Another quick headshot for him. He's 21-6 in this game. He's silently made his way up to a very impressive KD, as is always the case with him, it seems.
Mr. Consistent. He has some out-of-this-world rounds, as all the players at his level do, but for me, you know what to expect, right? Very, very simple, lovely openers, clean on the AWP, but he's not... I don't think he strives for flashiness.
No.
Right? He loves playing those sort of high percentage
That's the
plays.
FAMAS I know.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, MP9 probably would have netted you that kill. Not gonna lie.
Honestly,
let's
with the
watch
higher fire
lauNX.
rate, yeah.
Here we go. Player up on top of the box at a decent range. Not looking at him, but that was a pretty quick kill, you have to say.
Listen, thankfully he wasn't looking because it made your point. Made our point.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we might have another one. Hold the phone.
More money? That's the only thing that Sprout can really go for at this stage, is money. And a saved SMG, and he will creep around the angle and make it happen.
Sad.
Sad, and sad for Sprout. But of course, this is the winner's match. Winner goes through to the playoffs. Loser has another chance tomorrow, so they're not eliminated. Any elimination match would be a BO3, and that is what will follow this BO1. I believe that's raalz versus Hummer. Seen them both play already today. Hummer yet to win a round. raalz with a pretty decent performance on Overpass earlier today against MIBR. Shouldn't hang their heads in shame at that one. So I reckon that's going to be a series where it could be all over the shop. Could be completely unpredictable.
Very possible. Very possible indeed. Flash through the smoke here. Slacks will manage to get one. As I like to say in these rounds, any damage is good damage, right? You're just looking to take some guns away, get some kill bonus moving forwards. Even just for a bit of confidence, right? Picking up kills is always a good feeling. That's why we play the game. raalz going to fall. There goes to Galil that he was trying to get into a decent headshot angle. Boost up over towards A, meanwhile, is
Optimistic.
Somewhat useless, yeah. Bomb is making its way over. We'll see, actually. We'll see. I might eat those words.
It's only a P250. If it was just one of the like a saved rifle or something, I would say it's possible. Might get one, and does, but what is that really going to do for you? It's not like you can recover that gun now. And the flank for mid is not expected whatsoever. Norbert gets both with headshots to boot, and now Slacks is in tasked with the MP9. Wouldn't be mullied off. He knows it. And this is more of the land Sprout we kind of expected to see, right?
What the heck, dude?
Like we thought they'd win this. We both picked them for it. But it can't be argued that in recent times, Sprout on LAN have been a bit all over the shop, losing some ones they shouldn't have lost, especially after recent online success, and also shocking Furio in their opening game. So up and down.
Sprout is a very different lineup, but a couple of years ago, on that sort of Challenger League circuit, we used to like to say Sprout were consistently inconsistent.
Yes.
And it seems like it is, kind of intrinsic to where the team's at, maybe. It's difficult to say. And look, man, this roster, there's some real young players here. Outsiders are probably players that they've looked up to and learned from. So you have to bear in mind, right, up until Buster's removal, that core was together for like 5 years.
Yeah.
On a sort of different teams, so...
They've had plenty of talent, right? Yeah, I mean...
Major finalists.
Yep.
So, I think it certainly makes sense that they could be a little scared of this team and daunted by the prospect. Rifles are in play, and this is where I think it might get even sadder, because I think we're going to see some pretty solid rifle rounds coming out from Sprout. If they picked up that pistol, we'd be on the edge of our seat. But they haven't, so the run back is just a bit too far, right? It feels
10.
like there's a degree of that inevitability that this one should be going the way of outsiders. This round, though, maybe not.
Yeah, we've got a good chance to enter the site, but unfortunately, lauNX will get stopped again. He's been put down many times on his B play so far, and raalz still only 2 in the game so far, needs to recover it, and he'll get caught off again, tries to get sent through, and now Spiddy's down to 2 HP as well. He'll get caught by Flit, and just like that, outsiders will execute perfectly. And yeah, your point as well, of course, as Fame takes Stair out, leaving Slacks last alive. He actually is going to rotate in. Hang on a second here. He's got a chance to get a couple of kills. That's a miss somehow. And now he's under pressure, getting pressured on the smoke. Should get pushed, and there we go. Norbert gives him no chance whatsoever. It's a shame. You're throwing your hands up in dismay that you wanted an exciting map, but I just don't think we're going to get it at this point.
No. Guess who spoke too soon? Huh?
Yeah. I mean, another thing, right, is like I was going to mention the previous members of the roster. Of course, I already mentioned Marix, of course, the Luxembourgian player, went to OG Academy. They had Kay, of course, the Polish player that was originally, I think, from Anonymo. He played on the roster for a good few months. They had Cressy and, of course, Favon, of course, who then went to Big.
Yeah,
so Favon is a huge talent. And
churn talent.
They do.
Absolutely. And they have had some good rosters over the years. And we've always... had, I'd say 2 or 3 of those rosters in a position of like, okay, this is, you got to get over this pinnacle, and then maybe you're going to make it into that tier 1, start pulling off some really, really solid results, and they'll lose a player, or it'll fizzle out, can't return to form. Really, really, really interesting kind of story behind this team, it has to be said. Outsiders looking to end the game here and now. lauNX will find the first. And another MP9, baby. This is what we're talking about. Molotov comes in, it'll force him off, but a 5-on-3 straight out the gate surely has to be enough to work with, and Slacks with the double through the smoke. Beautiful rounds, but
there you go.
10 more to go. Come on now.
If only. But no, it could be on the edge of a comeback that we'll read about for many times to come. But
maybe.
Who knows?
But we have to be real. We got to start from. We can't start the belief in the comeback now.
Exactly.
Get me to like 15, 12, and then I'm all for it, man. I'll overtime our last game of the day. Let's do it. But we have to remain truthful and real, because outsiders, surely 10 rounds to do it in, man. We
haven't been spoiled with a lot of Counter-Strike today. I feel like
I know.
We might have to eat it, mightn't we, in the best of 3 state. When we start doing BO3s,
that's how it's gonna
we're going to have triple OTs. I can feel it coming.
Yep.
But let's see how it goes. Again, as you said, the MP9 in the previous round, I reckon if that was a FAMAS, it wouldn't have got either kill. I know Elliot, our ticker guy, would love any FAMAS slander on the timeline. So
Get it in there, man.
Gotta get it in there.
FAMAS sucks. Breaking news.
Not breaking.
Not really.
Just buff the burst fire, make it useful, and then we can talk.
I don't know, man.
Norbert with the Tech 9, go ahead.
Burst fire as a concept, just a bit in the bin for me in this video game.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, but I just don't think it's useful enough. Kicker. Breaking up the ramp nice and quick. Got the support. Molotov coming in. Now, this hold looks pretty solid, and they've kind of started to bail out. Kicker going to go down, trying to find the entry. He lost that support. Great flash comes in for Stayer.
Again. That's the catch, though. But he shows some presence there on the edge of the smoke, and I don't know whether James saw him or not, but shouldn't matter. raalz has got 2 kills, doubling his number in this map so far in this one round. Shows that it's been a rough one for him. A lot of damage done to Flick with that dink, and raalz will get himself a 3rd to even increase that. Now Norbert is last alive. Did pick up the AWP. And with 17 seconds, probably going to have to commit to a save. If he had more time, I know he would absolutely go for this at 15-5. But clock is not in his favour. So Sprout going to keep it going. One more to add to the list.
Oh.
Counter-terrorists win.
Nah, should be good.
Yeah, Norbert heard him running at the end there, so he knew he was safe.
All good. Up immediately into the hands of Jame, of course. You know how it goes. It's in the contract.
Who do you think's the Sanji of this team now? The one who would drop all the guns, play MP9 only, and always drop M4s?
It's a bit too early to call.
It is, isn't
Looking
it?
down, probably have to say Kicker. It's you know the homie, but
Yeah, the original youngster, right?
yeah, it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say.
I feel like if you pick up 2 players like Fame and Norbert from K23 who were their star riflers,
It's the firepower.
you would want them to be always on the guns.
Yes.
So yeah,
Flit the same,
kick at
Flit
the old
same,
friend.
man. Like on some, you know, we love to talk about Flit on Mirage, but on some maps he's a real force to be reckoned with. Just needs to work on his completeness, which playing more Tier 1 Counter-Strike is certainly going to help him with.
Yes.
And he could continue to be a force to be reckoned with.
Little pause before we get back into this one. Another one of Outsider's map points to try and convert. Jame going for the hero AWP in this one, of course. The saved AWP is now into his hands. He's brought up the Kevlar to go with it, and he's going to try and make a play with it. Flash coming in to try and avoid that. Didn't touch Jame at all, but he was only holding the angle above the crane. Head spotted. Almost gets that opener, and that's exactly what he was looking for. I would say Vertigo is probably one of the hardest maps to T-side AWP on, up there with probably Ancient at this stage. But you know your lines. Be very successful.
Minute and 10 thereabouts. Not a rumble. Eat out some utility from this Sprout side. Outsiders will be happy that they are indeed dumping it down. Norbert. He's found Stayer. Uh-oh. That's a gun. He's got armor.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. 50 seconds. They are going to try and sell a bit of a fake here, maybe? Yeah, no. Everybody out and... Oh, everybody towards B. Spiddy could be massive. Could also be disastrous here. Oh my goodness, he's going to meet the train in just a second. How will this pan out? Knife out for that AK player.
Come on, Spiddy.
Now the patience game. The
Come
info
on,
going to
lad.
be in. Has to be massive. Oh, spotted.
Oh, no.
Now it gets weird. Slacks is going to take down Jame. There goes the AWP. Hitting the deck. lauNX with the triple. And Spiddy left to fight the Glock.
There we
He will
go.
indeed win his fight and get his reward for his patience. We get to see that lauNX triple though, man, because that looked pretty good in the kill feed, I tell you that.
It did. Very tasty indeed. Spiddy, I was worried for a second there we might get one of those outtake moments, but in the end, well played. Here it is, I think. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this man loves his spray transfers, doesn't he? He adds another one to the list, and it's 3 kills again. A bit of an easier gun, but of course, less bullets in that clip these days, so completing 3 in 1 clip is certainly an achievement. Outsiders 15-7 by coming in. No up this time. Slack's going for the old chaos drop. No window anymore. But he does drop down very quickly and get himself an opening pick to boot as well. That smoke possibly lulling Fame into a false sense of security.
Spiddy with another. Sprout CT side. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? It really does. And
Maybe they won the bloody pistol.
I know, mate. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. But still, take every round as it comes. Ignore that scoreline at the top. Round on round on round. It's easy, you know? Just
Easy
win the
for you to
round
say.
and win the next round. But that's how you got to see it in your head at the end of the day.
It is. Nice shot. He's feeling it again, lauNX. He's turned up, perhaps a second or two too late, but that's his 4th headshot in a couple of rounds. Still with 2 more players to find in this one if he wants to. Jame and Kicker, the original duo from the Vanguard days, still alive. On their way up ramp, but I'd imagine there's probably not much to show for this. They do have utility at least. I mean, they've got 2 flashes in a Molotov. The Molotov will be used to clear out sandbags for certain. Jame still has the smoke, but I reckon with him being so far away, could we just be selling a bit of a fake? This is a really weird round now. Jame, he's got the bomb. Scriv, he's got the bomb. Kicker is doing so much work toward A that he's trying to force the rotations away. Finally, lauNX clocks onto it. With 12 seconds to go, the bomb is being herded over.
They're not expecting this at all as well. Not read into it at all.
Thankfully, quick rotations on this map.
Indeed. It's a classic playing against Jame moment. It's like, he's just saving. But no. Good spot here. lauNX, not going to check it.
Oh my goodness. This is actually a play. This is a big play.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Gonna take the kill. Not gonna go deep into the lion's den. Flashes over the top here to try and buy some time. And he will blind them up pretty heavily. However, smoke is down. They are on the bomb and he can't find the head through. So, tiny bit of damage getting the bomb plant helps with the buy into the next round. Pretty massively, actually.
Yeah.
So, that is certainly something to consider. But, man, we were robbed, weren't we? Could have been a massive round.
Yeah, I really wonder what would have happened if he never killed that big flank player and played the long game.
Yeah, man, just go for it. Just send it,
At
right?
that point,
and see how deep you can get in there.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
You've played that one so long, I feel like at that point, maybe just commit to it fully and go full lurk. Because if he doesn't get checked, and or doesn't take the kill, sorry, then it's very unlikely that the B stairs are going to get checked. So yeah, it makes you wonder how long that would have gone for, but that's for an alternate universe. Sprout, they're alive. They're wilting, but they're alive.
Yes, it's very true. It's good to see, though, isn't it? I think ultimately we're going to get to see more of Sprout, whatever happens.
Absolutely.
So
deserved it after the Fury game.
Absolutely. So we want to see where this CT side goes and what more they can pull out on it, to be honest with you, right? We need a little more from them on that T side, apparently, but give us something to work with, give us some content moving forwards, and indeed more to analyze. Kicker inside the smoke. This has crept up in the past few months, hasn't it? Just sit inside smokes and find yourself some cheeky kills. Down goes Stair. A bomb site looks ripe for the taking.
Yeah, Kicker loves that. I've seen him do that multiple times. Sometimes just will go wild on those entries. This time was a little bit more of a calculated one. And now he's been spotted actually toward Gap. So still a player sandbags. They have 3 Molotovs for this. There's no way they don't multi-stand. One gets exploded into the air and uses a firework instead. raalz looks at it amusingly, saying, come on guys, get your Molotov right. He tries to stick around, but now he's Molotov now. It has to swing with a flashbang.
Oh
Where's
my
it coming
goodness.
in? They're not checking him. Great flick from Norbert. What a spin that was. That gives him a 4v3 now to possibly close out this map.
Whoa, that looked like it could have been disastrous. Molotov fails and then doesn't reach. That's crazy. Bomb plant going to be denied, though. Norbert on the low HP can't get it in. The damage that's being dished out in and around these smokes is so massive. 40 seconds. Plant this time will be successful. Kicker holding the line. Great flash, but no one acts upon it. Barrel spotted. Head taken. Looking for more. Spiddy will drop him. 2 versus 2. Combined HP of 41 here for the CT side, though. It's flit on the Deagle, and surely he gets it done from here. Orp out for Slacks. Can't find it. Jame will drop him. 16-8 for Outsiders. Sprout, they didn't stand a chance, Trav.
Yeah, that was, in the end, they can only go back and say, we should have got more rounds on our T half. We should have pushed it a little bit harder. And if they won that pistol, then who knows? Maybe that could have been a game which was still going on right now. It could have been like maybe a 13-10, maybe like a 13-8. So it could have been very interesting with Sprout continuing to be so consistent on that CT side, but